So, Joe, if we put ourselves in the shoes of a business owner who's just started the year and they've had some time off over Christmas, maybe they've had a little bit too much to socializing and drink, and they come back and they're like, right, I've got to get back into it, and maybe things aren't going quite to plan in the business. Maybe they've lost a client, or they're not hearing back from certain proposals. I've been talking to some people this week, and I'm thinking about real life cases. How would you speak to that business founder, someone who perhaps isn't so much into the coaching world, or here's what you're saying, but they're also like, yeah, but I need, a solid strategy, and I can't just sit around and listen to my common sense. I can't just sit around and listen to my wisdom. What would you say to that person?
Well, yeah, I mean, when you're starting a business or doing anything, you want to listen to other people. You want to seek out advice at times. But if it's inspired for you to do that, there are other times when you have to listen to the advice and then trust your own wisdom that may go against the advice. So, I've been an entrepreneur. I've started many businesses. I've been on many boards that I've created. I've done a lot of that, and I learn as much as I can. I listen to other people, but in the end, I always listen in the final analysis to what my heart, what my gut, what my instincts are telling me is true for me at that moment. So in the end, the people that are most successful in life, whether you're an actor, a singer, a business owner, a founder, and I've worked with many CEOs over the years, the best CEOs are the ones that lead from trusting their own gut, trusting their own instinct, listening with a lot of humility, listening to their employees, listening to their competitors, being open, but in the end, listening inside for their next step and their next step. So if you take nothing else away from this session today, but to give not your intellect, I'm not talking about the intellect here, what you think or believe, but oftentimes in the middle of the night you'll wake up and you'll have a realization, an aha moment, or you're out for a walk, or you're playing sport, or you're doing something other than thinking about your issue at work or your problem, and an answer will come into your head. That is where you want to tune into. You want to tune into that